Hey everyone, welcome. It's Emeka here from my self-publishing-blueprint.com, and I am sitting down with Ollie from Double Your Kindle Sales. And today we're going to talk all about one of the absolute most important aspects when publishing a book, and that is crafting the perfect title and subtitle. So if you haven't had a chance to check out Ollie's description video that I did with him a little while ago, I'll put a link for it in the description to check that out. But titles, descriptions, it goes side by side, because these are the two things that people are, they have to be captivated by it before they're going to click that buy button. So Ollie, welcome back to the channel, man. Glad to have you.
Thanks for having me, man. Always a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. All right, buddy, let's dive into it. So we're going to kind of get right down to the nitty gritty type of thing. And you tackle titles very differently than like I was taught, and probably most of you have been taught as well, because you start with a mindset from right before you even start typing the title. Can we maybe start there and you can walk us through your process?
Sure. The mindset is you have to really understand what it is that you're selling in the book. And a lot of this goes back to fiction versus non-fiction publishing. Like the people who buy fiction books, they love reading. Like it's the actual book they're buying. It's the medium of information. They want to read the words on a page as opposed to watching a movie. But non-fiction, the book is just the way of delivering that information. People buy non-fiction books because they want their problems solved. They don't buy them because they want to read a book.
That makes a lot of sense. They're not buying the book just because they want to buy a book. They're buying the book because they want to solve their problem.
Exactly. And that's the mindset you have to have when you're thinking about your title. What promises are you going to make that people are A, going to believe, and B, are going to help them, as opposed to just publishing a book about a topic? Because you're not a library service. People aren't going in here just to learn about weight loss. They actually want a book that's going to help them.
Right. No. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Any other thought process you kind of go through that you want to share?
The biggest thing I think with titles is believability. Like, do people actually believe that what you say in the title is true? In short, because they're scrolling through all these books, and you have to have a title that is A, catchy and is going to grab their attention, but you can't go all the way the other direction and make these ridiculous promises. And all that does is turn people off. It's right. Like, this book's not going to tell me how to lose 20 pounds today. Like, that's ridiculous. And that's a big problem that a lot of newer publishers have, because they don't really understand how to differentiate from the other books. So they just make bigger and bigger and bigger claims.
It's kind of like having a book has like 50 best recipes, and somebody else comes 70 best recipes, 100 best recipes.
Yeah, there's a degree of like copying other people as well, because if you're not the number one book with that particular type of title, you actually just look like an imposter. Even if you technically have a better title, you have more recipes, for example, people, their eyes glaze over, like, okay, 50 books, 70, this one's 90. Like, they get a bit tired of the whole thing.
Right.
And it doesn't actually help your book at all, really.
Can end up hurting it.
Yeah, for sure. Because, like I said, you just look like an imposter. You look like you haven't got any original ideas.
Okay, that's good. You recently saved one of my books. Actually, my cover designer just sent me back the new covers, because I sent her 3 new titles. So it's like, yeah, scrap that. Here are the new titles after our conversation the other day. So thank you. Should we dive on Amazon and start dissecting some titles?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to the one I sent you first. These are both books that I just found literally 5 minutes before our call, just going through a certain keyword.
Cool. All right. So if these are your books and they suck, here's a free lesson for you. Or will you just send them a PayPal once they comment?
Automatic PayPal billing.
Yeah.
This is all free advice in this video.
All right. So all right. So up on the screen here, it's how to instantly invest in stocks like a pro. Amazing millionaire stock investing tips revealed.
Yeah. So the big problem here, it goes back to believability. Your customers, this isn't the first time they've seen a book like this. If they're interested in these kind of books, they're probably on finance websites all the time. They're probably looking for articles about how to buy stocks. And think about the ads on the side of those articles, those little banner ads with ridiculous claims like how to become a millionaire in the stock market, how to retire in 3 days.
Right.
And people are just desensitized to these types of really, really high-key titles. Like, there's a big problem with believability. I don't think many customers are going to believe that this Brian Alt guy is selling millionaire stock investing tips for $2.99 on Kindle. And like, how to invest instantly in stocks like a pro. That doesn't really make sense. Like, you can't just instantly invest like a pro. There's a little bit of a learning process.
So it kind of contradicts itself.
Yeah, because amazing millionaire stock investing tips, people aren't going to believe that they themselves can go out and execute this. Some people will. A small percentage of buyers will be like, okay, millionaire stock investing tips, buy. Mm-hmm. And then, they won't even read the book, or they'll go through the information and not implement it. But the vast majority of people looking for books on this topic are going to just be turned off by that title.
Okay. Can you, how would you kind of rephrase this? Like, what would you do to fix this?
Like millionaire, I wouldn't use the word millionaire for one.
No, huh?
Because it's just a really big claim that you can't really back up. Unless you have an outside audience who is already familiar with you. Mm-hmm. Like, if you meet a guy on the street and he said this to you, I've got some amazing millionaire stock investing tips for you, what's your first reaction?
Are you a millionaire?
Yeah.
Right? That's the first thing I'd want to know. It's like, wait, right? No, that makes sense.
And like, this book doesn't even have an author bio, so you can't even qualify the claim. And most people are just going to be turned off by this. Okay. And it's a lot of, you got instantly, we've got like a pro, amazing, millionaire. These are all really powerful words. They're all jammed close together. So your claim's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more grandiose.
Right.
People are just going to be turned off. I mean, you've even got 2 exclamation marks in the title. And that alone is going to turn people off.
That kind of got me right away. It just looked, especially the first one. The second one doesn't bug me so much, but the first one just looks out of place with the colon right after.
Yeah. Another thing is it just looks like a typo to a lot of people who are scrolling through it. If they're just scrolling through the keyword, that looks like you actually said how to invest in stocks like a pro.
Oh yeah.
So there's that. That's a minor issue, but the big issue is just that you're just making way too many claims that you probably can't back up. So even if someone does buy this book, the likelihood of getting a 1-star review is pretty high.
It's pretty high.
Because I very much doubt that people who buy this book will instantly invest in stocks like a pro. And I don't think they're really going to get these quote unquote millionaire stock tips.
Right.
So you've got to just be realistic in your title.
Okay.
So let's go to the second book.
Okay, I'll put that up on the screen.
And this is by Brian P. Anderson. So we've got 2 Brians.
And so
this one
is this another bad one?
No, I think this is actually a pretty good title.
This is a good one. All right.
Because, you've got Make Money. And Make Money is a lower claim.
Right.
But you have make money with one simple strategy, 1 hour daily. So this book isn't trying to sell anyone with that title. Very few people are going to see that title and just click the buy button. All this title does is make you click on the book and then you want to read the description, which is the only goal of a book title.
It's just to funnel you into the description.
Exactly. Whereas the other book is actually trying to sell the book in the title with these millionaire stock tips.
See, that right there is massive. I've never thought about my titles like that.
Don't try to sell your book in the title.
Okay. All right. That's good.
It's like, well, I'll go on a little bit of a tangent here, but we will come back to the topic.
Go for it.
Like, if you look at big brand advertising, like look at Nike with Just Do It.
Right.
Like people look at a billboard with Nike and go, Just Do It. Okay, Nike, remember that. When they go to buy sneakers, they're like, okay, Nike. Oh, Nike makes sneakers. I'll get some Nikes. But you don't have that luxury. Like you have to get people to be interested in you there and then. So you have to get them to go, oh, okay, make money with one simple strategy. I wonder what that's about. Let's read the description. So back to the book now. One simple strategy. So you have simple. And a lot of people, this might be the first stock investing book they buy. So simple is a good word to use because they want something that they themselves can actually carry out. Because the stock market is a very confusing thing for most people. So that single word, simple, immediately it puts them at ease a little bit. And then we have just 1 hour daily, because a lot of people buying these books are going to be full-time workers, so they don't have a lot of time. So if they only need to spend 1 hour a day doing something,
that's pleasing.
Exactly. It's much easier for them to go, okay, yeah, this could work. Let's see what this book's all about. And you notice that this particular book, the only actual money claim it makes is make money. It doesn't say millions, doesn't say billions, doesn't say trillions, doesn't even say $10,000. It just says make money, which by itself is pretty weak. But with this extra part, with one simple strategy, 1 hour daily, it's something that people can really believe
and relate to. That's what I was kind of thinking just in my head there. It's more relatable.
Yeah. Because if it said make millions with one simple strategy, 1 hour daily, immediately people are going to be turned off by that because they think, okay, make a lot of money in no time at all, really easily. Like that doesn't work anymore.
Right.
Like maybe it worked 100 years ago when people weren't used to being presented with 50 business opportunities every day.
Right.
But in today's market, especially in America, which is where most Kindle sales come from, people have never been more advertised to. They've never seen more ads than they do on a daily basis now.
Right.
And so seeing something like make millions revealed, all it does is they go, oh, okay, this again.
Yep.
Whereas this one, it's so much more believable. Just make money with one simple strategy, 1 hour daily. And that's going to get someone to just click on that book and then they read the description. And the description, we won't go too much into that, but
I'll link up the video in the cards there, yeah.
Yeah, it explains a little bit more about what it is and why it'll only take you an hour. Mm-hmm. That's the job.
It's the corn guy.
Oh, the corn guy's here.
The corn guy.
I got excited.
It seems like whenever we're doing our videos, you have the dogs, the drone.
It's just random noise.
Right. Random Mexico, man. Random noises are here. Okay, so I really like that. The key takeaway for me, man, was your title doesn't have to sell your book.
No, absolutely not. Because if you try to sell your book with the title, the likelihood is, unless you really, really understand the market, you're just going to make a ridiculous claim that most people won't believe.
Thinking of rethinking some of the titles I just got back. Man, all right. Okay.
If people get one lesson from this video,
Yeah.
it would be just take away the hype. Because in most markets, the hype will work against you.
Oh, that's really good.
Don't put 2 exclamation marks in your title.
Okay.
Probably don't even put 1 in the title.
Right.
An exclamation mark is a subtle but very powerful thing. And if you have 2 of them, it just looks like you're trying to sell something.
Yeah, no, 100%. Okay. Let's talk about double your Kindle sales. What can people expect going through it in terms of more in-depth title creation?
So I have 2 different lessons about book titles.
Okay.
One is focused purely for titles for the book itself, and then another one is focused on that first line of your book description, which in itself is a headline and basically the second title for the book.
Okay.
Because it has the same job. Like your book title, get people to click on the description. Your book description headline, get them to read that next line.
So there's all these different little steps that you got to take from cover to the title to the description, or no, not even to the description, to the headline of the description,
the headline of the description,
to the full description, to the call to action, then buy button.
And I go through the entire process, all the way going back to when you found a keyword, how to actually research the customers in that topic, then how to build the book description, then how to build the book description, then how to build the book title, then how to build the book description.
Right.
And it's just completely step by step. And I have different title structures you can use.
Mm-hmm.
For example, how to is probably the easiest title you can use for any niche.
For any niche. Okay.
But I show you how to create a how-to title that actually stands out from the other 10,000 how-to titles, especially if you're in bigger niches like weight loss, make money online, self-help.
You really need to stand out in those ones.
Yeah. I'm going to surprise you with this.
Go for it.
Do you want to pull up the book that we looked at the other day, the weight loss book?
Yeah. Let me pull that up here. Do you still have the link?
We can do a little analysis on that.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah. Okay.
So this is a how-to title, how to lose weight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, I got an exclamation mark.
We have lose the diet, real weight loss for real people, how to lose weight on your terms, which it's not a bad title. It's quite hard to make a bad title with how to, but you're not really promising anything in this title. Like real weight loss for real people.
What is that?
What does it mean? Like, I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Because I've read through this description.
Right.
I'm familiar with the book. But you don't have that luxury on Amazon. Most people have never heard of your pen name. They haven't read the description because they haven't clicked on it yet. All they have is that keyword search screen, and you're surrounded by 25 other books.
Yeah.
And then how to lose weight on your terms. Is that something people really, really want?
I don't know. I thought it was. I didn't do any research on my customer.
It's something that they would logically want.
Right.
Lose weight on my terms. Yeah, that sounds good.
Right.
But, if you're just scrolling through Amazon, that's not something that actually catches attention at all.
Correct. I understand what you're saying there. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a bad title, but it could be significantly better.
Right. A lot of things about this book could be significantly better if you ask me. But okay. No, that's cool. Thanks for doing that little bonus one there.
No problem.
That's awesome. I want to kind of talk more, and maybe we'll save this for another interview, but about how you dive in and you figure out more. How do you explain it in your course? Researching your customer, is that what you said?
Researching your customers, yeah. We can definitely do another video on that, because that's the the start for the whole process. Because you can have a great book title, but if it doesn't actually address your customers and their problem,
Yeah.
not going to work.
So we get like, so you need to like, whether you're getting into crypto or lose weight or dog training or yo-yo books, it's understanding who that end user is for each one, and then crafting titles and descriptions based on each different niche. Is that what you kind of get into?
Absolutely.
Oh man.
You only really need to research a niche once, but that one time you do it, you have to go into a greater level of depth than just going, okay, weight loss, people want to lose weight, let's write a book about it.
That's what I did. Okay. We will, yeah, we'll talk after this, but yeah, we'll definitely get that. I think that would be a really cool thing. If you out there want to hear us talk about, or not even me, but Ollie talk more about researching your customer, maybe I could even convince you, but we could, okay, let's do a bit of research on this niche and this niche and this. So you kind of show us, I'd like to see the difference or the different techniques or the different way of thinking for different types of niches that you would have to do. I think that'd be kind of cool. So let me know in the comments. Let Ollie know in the comments if you want to see this. And those of you who want to find out more about double your Kindle sales, I'll have a link in the description of this video, and you can go to Ollie's page and check out his full course there. And it's still currently on its. You got it on sale right now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is the launch price.
The launch price. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. The launch price. So awesome. And yeah, super excited. And you know what? I could even probably throw in my bonus offer that if they sign up using my link, underneath the video, I will give you a month coaching in my accelerator program for $1. Coach with me for $1. We'll have our strategy call. You'll get access to everything that's inside the accelerator program as well for the first month for $1 when you sign up with Ollie's Double Your Kindle Sales during his launch price. So cool. Awesome. All right, buddy. Hey, thank you so much for spending some time with me and everyone else again. Appreciate it.
And, of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. We will talk to you all soon. If you like this video, please make sure you comment, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you get the next great interview. Speak to you all soon. Take care.